Hello all, this is Divya Raj. I'm going to discuss about today the 10th Cbse Maths Algebra. If you cover this chapter, you will get 20 marks in your board exams. First, I'm going to discuss about the polynomial. See, I'm not going to solve all the problems in your textbooks. I'm just giving you the exact concept of this algebra. So this is the requirement to solve any problems in this chapter. So no need to memorize any problems or formulas. So don't worry about that. So no need to memorize all the things in your mind. You just follow the exact concept and you can solve any questions even it is not in your textbook. Okay? So first I'm going to discuss about polynomial. There is a different polynomial is available. It is linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial. So these three will be covered in your textbook for the 10th. First, linear polynomial. That means the degree 1. First, what is polynomial? Just check out that. First, what is polynomial? You know that ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the polynomial equation? Yes, of course. So actually this is the quadratic polynomial. Just for example, I'm just giving. So in this, you just look out that what is the highest power of x. So this is a constant, we know that. This is the x are variables, these are the coefficients. So this is coefficient of x, this is coefficient of x squared, this is constant. So what is the highest power of x in this polynomial? So we know that this is the highest power of x in this polynomial. So here degree is 2. So this is the way to find out the degree of the polynomial. So which is the highest power of x is called degree of the polynomial. So when degree is 2, that is called quadratic polynomial. If degree is 1, in this highest power of x is 1. So degree is 1. That is called linear polynomial. This is called quadratic polynomial. And degree is 3, like ax cube plus bx squared plus cx plus d equal to 0. In this highest power of x is 3. So degree is 3. That is called cubic polynomial. So these are all the 3 types of polynomial. Like when degree is 1, the highest power of x is 1, that is called linear polynomial. When the degree is 2, that is highest power of x is 2, then it is called quadratic polynomial. When degree is 3, highest power of x is 3, that is called cubic polynomial. So you can understand this, the concept of the polynomial. So what are the 3 types? Linear, quadratic and cubic. So these are the 3 types of polynomial in this chapter. Next, when degree is 4, like ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx squared plus dx plus e equal to 0. So I'm just For example, I'm just giving these equations. Don't think that what is this like A, B, C, D. Okay. So in this, highest power of x's means degrees 4, right? That is called biquadratic polynomial. Actually, this is not covered in your textbook. I'm just giving you just for the information, so you can understand what are all the polynomials you have, right? So when the highest power of x is 4, that is called biquadratic polynomial. In this chapter, first exercise is going to be like they will ask to find the zeros of the polynomial. What is the zeros of the polynomial? Zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of polynomial. What is zeros of a polynomial? When the curve cut the x-axis, the point which is called zeros of the polynomial. See, this is x-axis, right? This is y. So this is origin 0. So like if the curve is like this, it just means anything. It's not like only curve, whether it is a straight line or see where the line cuts x-axis here, right? This is y-axis. So this is we are not bothered about the y-axis. So we have to consider only the x-axis. So where the point cut the x-axis is called zeros of the polynomial. So this is the point x0. So how many zeros of the polynomial in this graph? So we can easily find out there is only one point which is cutting the x-axis. So that is called zeros of. So zeros of polynomial is 1. So same way they will give some graphical representations. From that you have to find out the zeros of the polynomial. If it is cutting the whether it is like this parabola, okay, so how many zeros of the polynomial in this graph? Just find out it's cutting here and here, right? So there is 2 points, so zeros of polynomial is 2. So it's a very easy, right? That's it. Next we are going to discuss about the relationship between zeros and its coefficients. So next exercise is going to discuss about the relationship between the zeros and its coefficients. So we know that zeros means where it is cutting the x-axis, the point is called zeros. What is the coefficients? We know that. So if it is the equation like this, the term which is next to the x is called the coefficient of x. So coefficient of x is b. Same like which is coefficient of x squared, the term which is nearby the x squared is called coefficient of x squared. So that is a. So these are all the coefficients of the polynomial. So what is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients? So we are going to discuss about that only. So for this we are having some terms. So we will represent that zeros in alpha, beta. Okay. So we are going to define the term alpha, beta for the zeros of the polynomial. If sum of zeros means sum of zeros, that is means sum means alpha, beta equal the minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x squared. So this will represent ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the polynomial we are having. From this equation, we'll find out the formula. So we are going to define the term zeros is in alpha beta, right? So sum of zeros is equal to, we are going to add this 0. So alpha plus beta equal to minus of coefficient of x. So we know that coefficient of x is b. So minus of coefficient of x is minus b divided by coefficient of x squared. We know that coefficient of x squared is a. So minus b by a. So sum of zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x squared. So in the term method, we are going to discuss alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. So this is the general form. Next, this is sum of zeros. This is the one relation. Next, first we discussed about sum of zeros. Now product of zeros. So product of zeros is equal to constant term divided by coefficient of x squared. So we are going to product the zeros. So alpha into beta equal to constant term is c from that equation. Coefficient of x squared is a. So this is the second relationship. Alpha into beta equal to c by a. So these are the relationship between the zeros and its coefficients. So there is a two relations. One is sum of zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x squared. Next, product of zeros is equal to constant term divided by coefficient of x squared. Just keep in mind these, what are the concepts here. So I'm just giving one example. You just understood the water relationship. Okay. So they'll give some equation to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. So equation is x squared minus 2x minus 8. So this is the equation we are having. From this, we need to find out the zeros, and also we need to find out the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So we have to find out both that. First, we need to find out the zeros, right? So how we can find out? We just find out the roots. We know that the factorization, right? Cross. Why I am putting that means we are going to do the factorization. So how we can do that? We have to multiply this coefficient of x squared and constant term. So 1 into minus 8, that is minus 8. Here coefficient of x is minus 2. So we have to give the factors like, once we multiply we will get minus 8. Once we add we will get minus 2. So what are the two factors which is satisfying this equation? So we have to find out the roots, right? So what are the two terms? So minus 4 and plus 2. Minus 4 plus 2, minus 2. Minus 4 into 2, minus 8. So which is satisfying this problem. So these are the two roots for this polynomial x squared. So we are going to split up the midterm. Minus 4x plus 2x minus the constant term equal to 0. So in this first two terms we are going to take the x as a common. So remaining x minus 4. Same like here we are going to take the 2 as common, remaining x minus 4. So what are the roots? So x plus 2 and x minus 4 equal to 0. So x is equal to, one value is minus 2, another value is plus 4. So these are all the two zeros we are having. So alpha is equal to minus 2, beta is equal to plus 4. So this is the way to find out the zeros of the polynomial. Same like first we have to do the factorization. After that we have to find out the two zeros. One is alpha, one is beta. So we are having the zeros. Now we have to verify the relationship between the zeros and its coefficient. So I'm just going to write this. What is the relationship? First, sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a, right? So sum of zeros, alpha is minus 2 plus beta is 4 minus of b. That we have to compare this general form with this equation. So x, b is coefficient of x. So here coefficient of x is minus 2. Already in formula minus 2 is there. So minus of minus 2 divided by a is here 1. So minus 2 plus 4 plus 2, minus into minus plus, so 2 by 1 2. So which is satisfying the relationship. So 2 equal to 2, it's verified. Next relationship, alpha into beta equal to c by a. Alpha equal to minus 2 into beta equal to plus 4. Constant term is here minus 8 divided by a is 1. So minus 2 into 4 minus 8. Here also minus 8. So this is also verified. So if it is equal, means its relationship between the coefficient and zeros is satisfied. So these are all the concept in this polynomial chapter. Okay. Next, tomorrow I will discuss about more information about the algebra. And see you. Bye bye.